Okay, I'm gonna go check if he's settled down.
No! Let him tire himself out.
The last time we did that, the neighbors almost called the cops.
Then let them. We don't need him. We're doing fine on our own.
Noah.
You cook our food and buy our clothes and take me to the hospital, and Simon drives us everywhere. We're doing fine. Let them take him.
Remember what I told you the last time we talked about this? I'm 16. I cannot be your legal guardian. If we call the cops to take him away, they'll take us away too. They'll take you two away from me. They'll separate you and Rain. Is that what you want?
Of course not. But I don't want you getting hurt either.
I'll be fine.
That's what you said last time.
Take care of your sister.
Noah!
What?
Can we go already? I'm gonna be late for college.
Yeah, let's go.
Don't forget your friend's shirt.
Where is it again?
It's in the plastic bag in the kitchen.
Ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Don't skip, the ground's all wet. And put on your seatbelt. Make sure she actually has it on, both of you. With this rain, the roads are really slippery.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you, you didn't leave it here.
Yes I did. It's like navy leather and has little studs on it.
Like I said, it's not here.
Well, I had it on last night when we, you know.
Then you must have taken it with you before you left.
Or maybe they're still somewhere in these sheets.
I can't do this right now. I have a class to go to.
Seriously?
I'll see you later.
You still owe me a collar.
Did you eat anything today? What about last night?
I thought you said she was meeting us at 12.
She is.
It's 25 minutes past 12.
She must have, I don't know, caught up with something?
Mr. Williams? Ms. Williams will see you now.
Are you ready? Ezra.
Ezra.
Tresser. What are you doing here?
I've been calling you all day and yesterday. I went to the apartment and you weren't there either. What's going
I
on?
told you I had a lot of work to get done.
That didn't look like work to me.
Okay, look at me. I would never, and you know that.
Okay.
I have a meeting right now, but I'll call you tonight, okay?
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
Ezra? Your mother's waiting.
I'm about to march to my mother's office and give her up.
No, you're about to march into your mother's office and fight for the future you've promised her.
And how's she going to understand that? You saw the look on her face? All she's going to understand is that I'm leaving her on the worst days of her fucking life. I can't do this.
Ezra.
I need to get out of here.
Ezra.
You left it in a plastic bag on my doorstep. Really? You're really enjoying making this hard for me, aren't you?
You had company. I didn't want to bother you.
You don't bother me. Is it okay if I sit next to you?
Your girlfriend doesn't...
She's not my girlfriend.
Well, whatever she is... She doesn't seem happy about it.
Well, I'm not asking her. I'm asking you. Can I sit next to you?
I thought I heard something.
I let myself in. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. A little too early for drinking, don't you think? What's up?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Tress?
Things with Ezra have just been weird. I don't know. The past 2 days, he's just been distant. I'm scared that he's gonna leave. God, it feels even worse saying that out loud. And I know he's been there for me every step of the way. He's never ran or backed out from a fight. 10 years and he's never once left my side. And he at least deserves some faith or the benefit of the doubt, but I just, every time I get a text message or my phone rings, my heart drops, and it shouldn't feel this way, right? Oh God. You don't have to sit here and listen to this.
It's fine. And for what it's worth, I don't think Ezra's going to leave you.
You don't?
Ezra's a lot of things, but he's not stupid. He knows what he's got when he's got it. And he loves you. He's not gonna give that up easily. Not the Ezra that I know.
Thank you.
You want to come over to my dorm?
Listen, Bellamy, I know you mean well, but I can't be put in the middle of whatever's going on between you two. I have enough on my plate.
I know. I wouldn't invite you if it was going to be a problem.
I think I'm going to pass. Sorry.
I have a 30-minute break, and I'd really rather not spend it alone. And I know you'd rather not spend your break in the bathroom.
You're sure it's not going to be a problem?
I promise. Please.
Fine.
Yes. Okay. Let's go.
And then he freaked out and ran out of there. He was going to go through with it. This is just a setback.
I trust that it is just that. A setback. I don't doubt that you'll get things done. It's why I hired you in the first place.
I'm worried about him. He hasn't been eating.
Good. It'll give him a taste of the poverty-stricken life he's bound to get used to if he does back out from this election. Would you wipe that faint look off your face? I'm only joking. Besides, my son may be stubborn and in over his head, but he is still my son, and I did not raise a fool. He'll make the right decision. Tell the man waiting outside to clear his office and send everything to his apartment. That'll give him the push he needs.
Right away, Miss Williams.
Oh. And to make sure he knows we fired Sally, too.
You fired Sally?
Well, of course I did. What use is Ezra's secretary if Ezra's no longer around? God, you should have seen her face. Go on, then. Get to work.
Yes, Miss Williams.
I thought you weren't supposed to smoke in here.
You're not. But the dorm patrol doesn't pass by until a couple of hours, so we're good. Want a taste?
No, no. Thank you. My brother, Noah, has a heart condition, so... Smoking has always been especially forbidden in our house.
Mm-hmm. So this condition, is it hereditary?
No, not really. I mean, even if it was, I don't have it.
So have a taste.
Oh, no. Thank you. I don't...
Would you relax? It's just a cigarette. Loosen up a bit.
Noah's going to kill me.
Well, he's not here now, is he? Come on, it won't bite.
I can't. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Hey. What is it? Just come out with it, Raven. What now?
I saw you two.
Us two who?
Don't play dumb. You and Tresser. For fuck's sake, you had your arms wrapped around her.
You do that sort of shit with Noah every day.
That is not the same thing, and you know it. Noah would never do you like that. He's not that kind of person.
And Tresser is. She's engaged. Oh, so this is about me. So, you're accusing me.
I haven't been in love with Noah for the past 10 fucking years.
I am so tired of having the same fucking argument every day. Yes, I felt something for Tresser, but that was then.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what more you want from me. I'm with you, not her, you.
That's only because she's with that fiance of hers. Fuck, the only reason you're with me is because she doesn't give two rats about you, and you know
then
it.
Then why the fuck are you staying with me for? You know what? You're right. I don't give two shits about you. You deserve better. Get the fuck out of my house. Come on, take your toothbrush, the two fucking shirts that you own, and get the fuck out. Find someone to treat you better. That's what I thought.
Rivers! Are you lost or something?
I'm waiting for Noah to pick me up.
You don't drive? Of course you don't. Come on, I'll give you a ride home.
Oh, no. It's okay. I'll wait for Noah.
He doesn't need to drive all the way here just to give you a ride back home. I really don't mind. It'll be fun.
Okay. I'm going to text Noah.
Right. Do you need his permission, or what?
No, it's not like that. I'd just rather he knew.
Mm-hmm. I mean, texting him is letting him know. You don't really have to wait for his okay.
We can go now.
Over here.
Why are we stopping?
We're here.
What? You said you own a car.
No, I didn't. I said I'd give you a ride.
Are you insane? I am not going anywhere near that thing.
Alright, first of all, her name is Lucy. And she's perfectly safe.
You are insane. I'm texting Noah.
Stop. At least give it a try. Just sit behind me. Wouldn't hurt to try.
Actually, it would. Really, really hurt.
There you go. That isn't so bad now, is it?
Yeah, that's because we're not moving.
Now, wrap your arms around me. Alright, are you ready?
No.
Smells good. Tastes even better. It's just like Dad used to make it. You, really know your way around the kitchen.
We're not doing this.
Things have been settling down. I thought we were past this already.
You thought wrong. I'm willing to put on an act for Rain's sake, but that's as far as you and I will go.
You have to get over this, Noah. We can't stay like this. I get it. I messed up. But that was 15 years ago. And I'm back now.
Alright. You can open your eyes now.
Am I dead?
No, you're fine. All 4 limbs, safe and sound.
That wasn't so bad.
Yeah?
Would you like to come in? Noah's making spaghetti. It's really good.
I'd love to, but I don't eat meat.
I'm sure he can cook something for you. If you want.
Maybe next time?
Okay. Will I, see you tomorrow?
I mean, you have my number. Just text me whenever you want.
Okay.
In if you'd stop acting like such a problematic little shit with a stick up his ass, maybe we can have an actual conversation. Alright, I can't deal with this shit anymore. Either you get used to the fact that I'm here now, and I'm here to stay,
or what?
Hi.
Rain, hey. How was your ride home?
Good. Is the food done? I'm starving.
Should be done any minute now.
Long day.
I had a lot to catch up on at work since taking my compassionate leave, and for some reason thought getting them all done in one night was a good idea. That was 9 hours ago.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's probably for the best, though. I'm already working on such thin ice with everyone at work. Is everyone home?
Rain's upstairs, probably sleeping, and Noah went out a while back.
Went out where?
Like he'd tell me.
Right. So, what are we watching?
It's called Lasting Breath. And, not to give everything away, just in case you want to, catch up on it yourself, but it's about these two friends, Akron and Rye. And, one of them is settled down, and the other, not so much.
Okay.
Rye, the one who's out of control, he's the son of the boss of Akron, and the one who's settled down. There's basically this whole tension between Akron and Rye because Rye thinks that Akron is everything his dad wanted in a son, and I mean he kind of has a point. And there's this one scene where in a circumstance you're asleep. Okay.
What are you doing here?
You typed, stopped typing, and then answered you're fine.
And
you really only do that when you're upset about something.
Go home. I'm going back to bed.
I got pizza! Double crust pepperoni pizza. Just the way you like it.
No pineapples.
No pineapples. And I also got some Coke since I figured you want to drink something with the pizza. I know you've got that photo shoot early tomorrow morning, so beer is not an option. Not with your alcohol tolerance anyway. I got Diet Coke too because I know how you get even though you don't need it. And... The Forbidden Tales. Your favorite.
Is that all I get?
Shut up. Alright, we better start eating before the food gets cold.
Alright, I'm going to say this, and you're going to stand here and listen to what I have to say. I get it. The tough act. You're threatened. I can understand that. You've gotten used to being the only one they turn to, the only one they trust, their big brother. But I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere, so I hope you've enjoyed the little arrangement you've had going on for you so far, because things are going to change, and it's an adjustment you're going to have to get used to. Because if you keep this up, one of us is going to have to end up leaving, and it sure as hell isn't going to be me.